Okay, most of your classes have gotten through page 41. This is page 40, and this is 41. I'm going over the homework on pages 41, 42, 45, 46. That's due on November 5th. So, on page 42, that's what this is. It says the Rivest family plans to travel to the beach for a summer vacation. The family spends $67.50 for 23 gallons of gasoline. The distance between their home and to the beach is approximately 350 miles. To the nearest cent, how much money did the Rivest family spend per gallon of gas for the trip? So I'm doing what they spent per gallon. Do I need the number of miles? No, because it says dollars and gallons. So I'm going to take 67.50 and I'm going to divide by 23, and then I will get my answer there. Next question says Javier's monthly net income is $1,500. He requests that his bank deposit 1/5 of his monthly earnings into savings account. It's going to savings. How much money per year will Javier contribute to his savings account? So per month, it's 1/5 times 1,500. This is 1 month. How many months are in a year? 12 months. So I need 1/5 times 1,500 times 12. Oops, that says 2. Times 12 months. And then I will get my answer. The Jones family drove 336 miles to their vacation destination. Mr. Jones drove for 2 hours. Mrs. Jones drove for 1.4 hours. And Marcus drove the remaining 1.25 hours. To the nearest 10th, what was the average rate of speed in miles per hour? There's your rate. Miles over hour. For the Jones family trip. They went 336 miles, so that goes on top. And then how many hours were traveled by everybody? I need to add that. 2 plus 1.4 plus 1.25. Then I will get a number and I will put it there, and then I will divide. Next, a strobe light flashes 240 times in 2 minutes. There's a rate. After how many seconds does the strobe light flash 1 time? So I need 1 second per flash. Seconds per flash. Now they give me 2 minutes, but how many seconds is that? Good. 1 minute equals 60. 2 minutes equals 120. So 120 over 240. And then you'll simplify and get an answer. 4.
Kobe Watts, if you are in the building, please come to the front office, please. Kobe
4
Watts.
light bulbs use different amounts of electricity as shown in the table. 400 watts in 10 hours is for brand A. 200 watts in 8 hours is for brand B. 180 watts in 3 hours is for brand C. And 140 watts in 4 hours is for brand D. Which one uses the least amount of electricity per hour? So I need to make ratios, A, B, C, and D. Per hour, it's going to be wattage per hour. So I'm going to do 400 over 10 for A, 200 over 8 for B, 180 over 3 for C, and 140 over 4 for D. Then I need to find the one that has the least amount. Number 6. Mrs. Baker uses 7.5 cups of sugar to make 14 dozen cookies. 7.5 cups of sugar and 14 cookies is a rate. To the nearest hundredth, what is the rate of cups per sugar cookie? This is per one cookie. So cups over cookies. I have 7.5, but I have 14 dozen. What does dozen mean? A dozen is 12. So I have to do something to this 14 in order to get my rate per cookie. All right, let's go to page 45. Last week, Mrs. Grant purchased a 3-pound package of strawberries for $6.84. 3 pounds for $6.84. This week, she paid $10.24 for 4 pounds of strawberries. What's the difference in the unit cost per pound that Mrs. Grant paid this week compared to last week? So I'm cost per pound. Cost always goes on top. So I need to do 10.24 divided by 4 and 6.84 divided by 3, and then I need to subtract. A hardware store sells copper pipes for $24 per 5-foot piece. There's my rate. Dollars per something. A project requires 6 inches of pipe. What will be the cost of the pipe for the project? So I need dollars per inch. I have 5 feet. I need that in inches though. 1 foot equals 12 inches. So then how many do 5 feet equal? And then you have 24 over that number, but it has to equal some number out of 6 inches because my inches are at the bottom. So this number right here needs to go right here. Then you need to figure out how to get from here to here and then apply the duty rule up top. All right, number 3 says Mrs. Smith wants to purchase new markers for her class. She compares prices at 4 different stores. Which store sells markers for the lowest price per marker? Lowest price per marker. So price per marker means price goes on top. So this is 2.50 divided by 10. This is $4 divided by 20. This is $5.50 divided by 30. And this is $9.50 divided by 40. Okay. Next question. Tabitha and her parents drive to Dallas for a wedding. After 90 minutes, Tabitha's father tells her they have traveled 105 miles. 90 minutes, 105 miles. What is the average rate of speed the car travels in 90 minutes? Yes, I have food in there. Thank you. After 90 minutes, Tabitha's father tells her they have traveled 105 miles. What is the average rate of speed the car travels in 90 minutes? Hold on. Okay, average rate of speed means divide. So I'm going to do miles per hour. But remember that 90 minutes is equal to a certain amount of hours. You have to convert that first, then put 105 on top, and then this number on the bottom, and then divide. Number 5. Katie works as a court reporter. She can type 27,000 words in 2 hours. Which of the following best represents Katie's rate in words per minute? 2 hours. How many minutes is 2 hours? Convert 2 hours to minutes and then write your rate, words per minute. Words on top, minutes on bottom. 27,000 out of however many minutes you get up here. Then divide. Kristen makes spaghetti for a party. The recipe calls for 2 1/4 cups of tomato sauce to serve 15 people. Expressed as a decimal, how much tomato sauce in cups does the recipe use per person? 2 1/4, 15 people. Cups per person. Tebow, 2 1/4 divided by 15. 7. Dusty has a summer lawn mowing business. In 1 week, he mows 20 lawns and earns a total of $450. If he charges the same amount for each lawn, how much does Dusty charge to mow a lawn? You're dividing. Dollars per lawn. Mrs. Meyer's homemaking class makes aprons to give to a local soup kitchen. Each apron requires 2 1/4 yards of fabric. And the cost of fabric per apron is $9. What is the cost of 1 yard of fabric? Cost per yard. Divide. Keisha is an avid reader. One day she read for 8 hours. She read a total of 600 pages during that time. How many pages did Keisha read per minute? Pages per minute. This is not hours. Do not put in 8 here. It's going to be wrong. A fabric maker designs a striped fabric with uniformly spaced pattern. In 3 yards of fabric, there are 162 stripes. There's a rate. How many stripes are there per foot of fabric? Stripes per foot. This is not yards. Do not put 3 there. You will get it wrong. You need to know what 3 yards is in feet. And last, Justin visited 4 flower shops to compare the cost of roses. The results are listed in the table. If Justin plans to purchase 1 dozen roses, which store offers the best deal? You need to divide all 4 of these. But this is half a dozen, 1 1/2, 1/3, and 2 dozen. You need to multiply this by 2. Divide this by 1 1/2. Multiply this by 3. And divide this by 2. And that's it.